Hi everybody, welcome to another episode on Havoc TV. I'm Mikaylin, Rhode, aka The Rambler, aka Mickey. And today we have another Corsa. We've had one before, but today we have one that's a little bit more special. We'll talk about that later on, what's in the car that makes it so special. But Ashley,
welcome, sir.
Welcome
to you.
You want to smile? Welcome me. You see, he's wanting to take over the show. This guy wants to take over.
Have to do something different.
So, besides different, we'll talk about the car, why that's different. He just wants to be different also, but so Ash,
Yes,
Corsa OPC. Just firstly, before we get to any mods, any other stuff, why Corsa OPC, brother?
I'm going to say it like I told my parents when I bought the car. It's not a Golf 6. It's not a common car.
Okay, I'll take your hand for that one.
It's not something you see every day.
Yes.
Main reason.
Yes.
That's the main reason.
Definitely.
When I bought this car, I bought a new car. I didn't want it to be something that was common. You saw it every day.
Yes.
So I went for something like this.
Ah, perfect. And then black of all colors, what was the reason for black?
Wasn't my
Did you
choice.
choose? Okay.
Wasn't my choice. It was, at the time, it was the only black one in the country, they told me. So
Okay.
I took it.
Okay.
Because who's going to tell you that you don't have, or who's going to argue with you when you tell them you have the only black new spec in the country?
True, eh?
At
True.
the time of
At
buying the car. Yeah.
Ah, perfect, perfect. And then, so just exterior wise, let's go from the bottom to the top. So bottom wise, what have you done in terms of, I see it's a bit lower than normal.
Yeah, so it's got a Koenig Eibach lowering kit,
Okay.
40 mm in the front, 30 mm in the rear, Sportline.
Okay.
Didn't want coilies, too much PT. I'm a guy that just, if it's low, it's nice,
Yeah.
it's practical,
Yeah.
that's it. Other than that, Nürburgring spoiler,
Yeah.
and then that's about it on the outside basically.
Okay, cool. And I'm surprised you didn't do the Nürburgring
No,
splitter in
sir.
front.
I drive too much the car for work and things like that.
Okay,
so
yeah, that makes
practicality for me was a big thing. Look, OEM Plus,
Yes.
practicality. Look, it
Yes.
didn't come with a look,
Yes.
so I wasn't going to put a custom made look that wasn't. Unless we find a original Berg look, I'll
Yeah.
put it on.
And I know the Berg, so for those that the Berg spoiler at the back, you'll see it's a little bit more extended to what the other one, the original one
It's
is.
raised,
basically.
it's a little
higher.
bit more extended, it's raised, and yeah, it's
Yeah,
higher.
yeah. Okay, cool.
And it just
then
gives a different look, completely different look.
it does actually.
It does,
It
really.
changes the back.
Yes.
And then, just in terms of mods, what have you done? Because obviously, we'll hear later on, guys, when we do the pulls and when we do the inside footage and things, we'll hear later on what's obviously been done to the car. But what has been done in terms of why is this car so special? Why is this Corsa so special in particular?
Because what's not been done to the car is actually what you should ask. This
Okay.
car actually has every mod that you could put on the car to keep it road legal basically.
Okay, cool.
It's got forged bottom end, headwork is done, it's got a turbo KO3 hybrid
Okay.
done by KB turbos, I
Yes,
think it is.
yes.
Yeah, and then from there, nice tune on it, custom valve, quantum fuel pump, bigger injectors, Courtney Sport intake,
Yeah,
Courtney Sport short shifter. So it's got all the bits and bobs that
that's
you need.
correct. Yeah, it's
The
actually
only
got
thing that
everything.
we're missing is water mist, but I'm holding on for that.
Okay, so
I'm
you're
holding.
gonna still do water leak?
Yeah, I'm still going to do a couple of other mods and things. I was going to go pre-turbo with the car, but personal life taking a bit of a priority at the moment.
Yeah.
So meth and all that will have to just
Yes.
hold on for personal life things.
Yes,
So yeah,
yes.
recently got engaged, so you know where the focus has got to be. So yeah.
So you've got all these mods. Let's not talk theoretical. Let's talk about what the car really makes. So what does the car make power-wise?
195 and 340 newtons, 35 newtons, you want to round it off there.
Yeah, that's a
So,
lot of power.
Yeah, that's a lot. Look, I was aiming for 200, we never hit 200, but we got bloody well close
Yeah, 195 is very good power for a 1.6. That's
with the
actually-
stock manifold.
With the stock manifold, exactly.
Exactly.
So even though it's hybrid, the
And stock
manifold hasn't been
actuator.
changed. Yeah, exactly, and the actuator stock.
So yeah, all GM parts on
Sure,
the
that's
car.
very good.
It's very,
That's very good.
I enjoy it. It's very nice. I can't ask for more. I couldn't actually ask for more.
Yeah, exactly.
If I put anything else in the car, it's for safety parameters. That's about it.
And is anything else done that I don't know about?
No,
So everything that I
Everything.
know about this car is
It's done,
basically
yes.
good. Okay.
unless I'm gonna sneak or something like
Yeah.
get down stop.
Yeah.
That's not gonna.
Okay, cool. And then just the setup on the exhaust of this car.
So it's got a Noise Boys full manual bin 63 mil,
Okay.
and then I put some flanges on the exhaust
Okay.
to make it easier for claim work and things like that to remove
Okay.
and just like that. And I think that's also added a bit to the tone that the exhaust is giving as well.
Okay. So it's one box, no
one
box,
box, yeah.
And
one
that's
box.
right at the back.
Right at the back.
Okay.
Smallest box possible for the crisp sound.
Yeah.
And then obviously look, you will get a bit of drone, but it's not as bad as some cars that I've heard.
Yeah, it isn't actually that bad. I mean, I've heard the score before, but obviously later on we're gonna hear now.
Yeah.
We'll obviously hear inside the car how it sounds, and we're able to tell if that kind of, if that drone is quite bad or not. But yeah, other than that, without further ado, guys, I actually want to get into this car. We're gonna do a couple of pulls as well. And you guys can get to see the car on the outside, hear the car on the outside, and then also see the action videos of my face.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. So Ash,
Yes, sir.
inside the car, what was done in terms of interior? Because we've spoken about the exterior, so what's really done on
Look,
the inside?
interior, sorry to cut into you. The interior, not too much.
Okay.
Just got this little boost cage here that my lovely fiance got it for me as a birthday gift surprise. Was one of the things I wanted to get, and then she ended up getting it for me. So yeah, that's about it. Other than that, standard bucket seats of the Corsa, back seats as standard, and yeah, that's that. I try to keep things OEM plus, man. That's it's nothing you need to change that you don't need to change. So
Exactly, and it looks similar to if you take the outside of this vehicle also, it's pretty much OEM plus,
exactly that.
But this is, for me, this is the feature of this car, is the seats.
I must be honest, when I bought it, it was one of the biggest selling factors to me. Because you don't find cars, or a lot of cars factory fitted with these type of Ricardo buckets.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I think the only thing for me though that this car misses, right, interior wise, is the heated seat.
The Berg has the full leather seats.
Yes.
I would have loved this seat to be full leather, but
Yes.
it's one of those things when you can't have the best of everything.
That's
you get the
correct.
seat, you can't have
correct.
heatedness as well. So
What's the year model on this car?
this one is a 2012.
Okay, we're gonna go right here. If I look at the build quality still,
Yes.
and I feel the car itself, things still feel solid in this car.
And it's a timeless design. So
No,
it's
definitely.
It's not something that gets old. I mean, no one knows this, but these vents and things are basically the same that's in the old spec OPC.
Yes.
But they just changed colors around it, and it looks completely different.
completely different. Yeah.
Exactly that. That is the biggest thing to look after. To keep your hand on it. That's look,
correct.
any car, anything interior wise. I mean, if you want it to look nice, you keep your hand on it.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's
If you
correct.
don't, it's it's their own fault basically.
Yeah.
Or previous owner's fault.
That's correct.
But it will be your job then to get it to where you
That's
want it.
correct. And then I like the way you've positioned your boost cage. And then I like the fact that you've gone with a red, because obviously with this one you could have, with the Pro Sport, you
Yes.
can go blue, you can go white.
yes,
I think
you
it
can-
is, you can go blue.
You can flip. No, it's
Red?
red, blue, blue,
Yeah.
blue, red. So this
Oh,
one
yes, that's
stays
right.
on red all the time,
That's
basically.
correct. That's correct. Yeah, left. Yeah, so you've obviously gone with the red. I actually prefer the red look. It actually looks much better than the blue.
For me, I actually
This
went
car.
with it because it's my little theme with the car, black and red.
Yes.
During the day, I didn't know it's way more easier to read. I
Is it?
put it on this side basically just because you live in Cape Town. People see these funny things in your car, they will want to
Yes.
tamper your car. So
Yes.
that's the reason why it's on this side. And also, it's in the peripheral. It doesn't need to be on that side there. It's not something you
Yeah.
watch all the time.
Yeah. So now we're gonna feel in this bend, even though we're not going too quickly, we can actually feel how the car points. It's quite stable in the corners. You can actually feel the difference between this car and Jesse's car. So
Yeah.
you can feel that this car is linear. You can feel that it's pulling power a lot earlier. And I don't know, are we allowed to tell the people that it's hybrid?
Yes, we can. No, we
Okay,
can.
okay. Now
Look,
just
I don't hide the secret anymore. And I think by now everyone knows. Also, when you drive next to this car, you will hear this thing spools a little bit earlier, a little
That's
bit,
correct.
and it dumps a little bit differently as well. So
Yes,
you're
yes.
going to ask questions, and in Cape Town, you can't keep secrets, brother.
You guys have seen that we did have a blue Corsa OPC, a ardent blue one, which was Jesse, and I can feel the difference between the two. That's actually why we brought this one on, because we actually want to see the difference between that car and this car. Yeah, so I know power and stuff is different as well, but it's not just about the power on the graph. I think it's more just about the actual feel of the car. I wanted to get into this one to feel the difference between the two. And I can say you can feel the power. You can feel the power coming in so much earlier. And there's no spikes, man.
Yeah.
There's not that like power spike. You feel like you can actually feel it just gaining power nicely, nice and smooth through the graph. some reason the Corsas feel so much better in the bends than the Astras. They just feel so much more balanced.
Does the Astra not feel as pointy like?
No. So you must actually drive my Astra and then you'll be able to...
Look, I've driven a Astra, like extremely low suspension and not the best looked after, so can I really say that it was a driver-friendly car? No. Okay. Power-wise, yes, but yeah.
So you'll if you drive in an Astra or you even drive an Astra and you drive in this car, you'll feel the Corsa feels a lot more pointy, feels a lot more direct. You can feel it pointing straight down. You can actually feel it's a lot more nimble, a lot more agile, put it that way, than the Astra. The Corsa just feels harder, man, and stiffer. But it's built like that for the reason that it was built for. You know, the reasons is that it's a boy racer car. It's a car that you can put on the track, ultimately. You know? And as you can hear, all the right sounds, guys. All the right sounds. The dumping, that little sound from the downpipe, that whoa, that, you know, like that barking.
Everything you want.
Maintenance on them becomes so expensive. Right guys, so we're gonna go now for a couple of pulls, some reaction videos. I know a lot of you find these things quite funny. I also find it quite funny when I watch it. When I watch it back, then I laugh because my face just gives it away sometimes.
He didn't do a bad job on this car.
It's actually a very nice. It's actually a very nice turbo setup on here. It pulls nicely through.
The only time it's not nice is in the peak of the summer when the manifold starts to get really hot.
Yeah, okay.
But then I've got to just let it cool down, get a cycle going through, let the manifold literally come off that red glow, and then it will go again.
Right guys, thanks so much for watching. Ash, thank you. Thanks for bringing the Panda along. Yeah, the hybrid Corsa, because it is the first hybrid Corsa that we've had. So, and then also, is there anybody that you would like to thank?
Yeah, no, from my side, big shout out to Vault, and thank you to Vault for all the work done on the car. Sherwin, Williams Engineering Builders, you guys done an amazing job on the motor and the turbo. Other than that, nothing else. Thank you for having me on your channel, sir.
Yeah, no problem. Like I said, thanks so much for bringing the car around. So yeah, so this is Havoc TV, completely disruptive.